So it certainly is that time of year to start thinking about packing school lunches. Many folks in our audience are doing it even now. Here are some ideas on how to spice up your kids' lunches and do it in a healthy way. Founder of Zima's Madhouse Foods, we have, give me your name one more time.
Jill Motu.
Jill Motu. I couldn't come up with your first name, Jill. I'm so sorry. You've got a lot of good stuff here.
Yes.
And what's the overall philosophy we should have when we look at packing our kids' lunches these days?
Macro and micronutrients, all in the big pot.
Okay, macro, micronutrients, what does that really mean? What does that break down?
So your macronutrients are going to be your proteins, your healthy fats, your complex carbs. Things that are, if we think of ourselves as a car, things that are going to fuel us for the whole day.
Got it.
Our micronutrients are vitamins and minerals found in certain food groups.
Got it. Okay, so what did you bring for us today?
So I've got this segmented into a little kid's lunch and a big kid's lunch. So.
Okay.
For our little kids' lunch, let's talk about sandwiches. I'm gluten-free. A lot of my kids are gluten-free. They do not like gluten-free bread. So we're going to use this big leaf kale as a great way to make a roll-up. So I want to show you there's this big stalk in the middle. We do not want to eat that. So you're going to take your sharp knife.
You don't want to eat it because it doesn't taste good or it's not necessarily nutritious for you?
Yeah, there's nothing good in there.
Nothing good for you.
It's not going to be a pleasant experience.
Okay, good.
So we've got our big stalk out of there. We're going to take our leaves, overlap them a little bit. I've got hummus here. You can use mayo, mustard, whatever it is.
Okay.
I like hummus because it's creamy. It's got your protein and fiber. Now, if your kid's a vegan, no worries. We just take our julienne vegetables. We've already got some macronutrients in there. Put our little vegetables in here, whatever they like.
Okay.
You can roll it up. You can throw tofu in there.
It'd be nice and crunchy, isn't it?
Now, my kids eat meat, so I've got some nice organic rotisserie chicken left over here, which I'm going to take and throw in here. And this is so sturdy, these leaves, which is why I really want you to focus on the big leaves.
Okay.
And you're going to just roll it up. Slice it down the middle, like I have right in the bento box right here. And these cute little bento boxes have little compartments for the little kids. Super easy to eat. I've also got in my antioxidants of fresh berries. I've got a little hummus on the side here with some sugar snap peas. Now let's talk about chips. Chips are not always the best thing for you.
Right.
So what I do for my kids is I make roasted chickpeas. Again, macro and micronutrients, lots of protein, lots of fiber. I have my chickpeas here that I've rinsed and drained and patted dry on my sheet here. I'm going to take a little olive oil, drizzle it over it. My oven is heating up to 350. I've got a little Himalayan sea salt, but if your child has a more sophisticated palate, go for it. Cumin, turmeric, red pepper flakes. Roast these for about 20 to 30 minutes, and this is what they're going to try.
Okay, and they get really crunchy, right?
Super crunchy, super nutritious.
And sometimes that's really what you're looking for.
Yeah, they want to have fun eating, you know? They want that crunch, they want that satiated feeling, you know?
Okay.
Now, let's talk about sweets. We just came out with these really cute cookie snack packs.
They gotta be cute.
They're so cute, right? And so, but my cookies are made with ancient grains. So whether it's my cookie or another sweet, make sure there's some whole food ingredients in there for your child. We don't want sugar crashes. So now we've got our big kids. My kids are big now. They're in high school and college. They eat a lot more. They need bigger nutrients, bigger bang for your buck.
Sure.
This is what I tell parents. When you're making your dinner, double it up so the next day you've got leftovers for other options.
Makes sense to me.
So here's a great, easy example. I've got leftover quinoa. I have leftover roasted vegetables. I have my leftover rotisserie chicken, but again, if your child's a vegan, you can do beans, you can do tofu. I have some chopped up apricots to add a little sweet in here, and then I have some feta cheese. If your child if you don't do cheese, you can use nutritional yeast, which is again another macro ingredient. Stir this up. You can do a little olive oil, a little sea salt, right? And then here's my big kid bento box, because my kids are not walking to school with that anymore. And I've got my little salad in here. You could do chopped kale in here. This is really filling for them. You can do, again, I've got my fruit here. Always want to eat your fruits and vegetables that are in season. Now we've got all these farmers market. It's a great opportunity to stock up. But your body is conditioned to digest food that is in season. So that's pretty important.
Okay, good thing to know. And the
look,
chickpeas work here too.
So let's say you have a kid in elementary or junior high and one in high school. A lot of these things are overlapping. It's super easy. The other things I brought are just some other examples to show you. You can do bean pastas, which are really high in protein and complex carbs. You can do sprouted tortillas. Here's 2 different kinds of kale chips. There's so many options on the market now.
So what you're saying is that one of the big complaints you get about from people who say, gosh, it takes too much time, it's too much effort to eat like this. But you're saying if you really have a plan and be smart about it, you can get it all done.
If you look at your pantry as a toolbox, right? If your light bulb goes out, you've got more light bulbs. If you have what you need in your pantry and you plan ahead, you're going to be just fine. Do this the night before. You know, a lot of us parents work. We have to get up early. There's a lot of stuff to do in the morning to get the kids out of the house. Plus, get that healthy breakfast in them, too. But let's fuel them all day with macro and micronutrients.
Where do we go for more information on the kind of stuff you're doing?
Well, I've got a blog post on all of this up right now on zimasfoods.com. And our new cookie snap packs are going to be out this fall, so I'm really excited about that.
I like Zima's Madhouse Foods. Because my voice, the chickpeas got me.
My house is a madhouse.
Feels good to see you again.
Thanks.
All right.